forgot the tripod.
Oh,
Oh well.
I just hope nobody sticks anything on it.
Hey, this is a new stick. Let me know how it feels like it's weird in any way.
Okay, have you got spikes on both ends?
Yep.
Okay. You're loving that cheater spike, aren't you?
I mean, when it's there, it's there.
Right.
And it makes people not do a couple things. So why not, right?
Right.
Up high or was it
Nope, right in the middle.
All right, fine.
Was it too hard?
No, not even close.
Okay, good deal. Cadian says sometimes my face shots are a little rough, so I'm working on it. I've done dumber.
Alright, you ready?
Yep.
I'll give you the back shot.
Okay, right on.
It felt like you swiped me, but there's something there.
Okay.
That was great.
You can't just let go of it because he's going to hit you.
Yeah. Yeah.
You don't have to.
Yeah.
You should try to
All right, looks like
Okie doke.
sort of playing with an idea.
That was good. You're being very accurate with everything you're doing.
So
I'm having to
squared off.
really button down.
Let's say you're sword and shield.
Try not to let me trigger you.
Okay.
Like, be more willing to maneuver around and make me work for what I'm getting. Sometimes you're triggering into a position where I can just walk at you.
So now, and I'm walking through a concept, not necessarily.
And it'll eventually happen, but make me peg. Make
So now,
me
from here,
block everything, especially that high thrust.
and
Make me block it down.
but that's a little
And
further.
then that way,
and
I can shoot some weather shots.
it's really like blocking in front of me. Right? 'Cause I'm now down. So what I'm thinking is instead of being in this kind of stance, being more like this. So now, or I can pop down there without really coming. And I'm sort of going between the two, right? Like I could even come in above. What would I do? Do you think it's too far away? Oh, yeah. Would it just be, what would you throw? This is,
Did it get you on the bone? Did it get you on the top of the hip bone?
I don't like
Yeah,
that.
that one
The way you're
sucks.
standing, like when you're here.
Yeah, that felt a lot worse than I was expecting.
Like where you like when you're there, it still feels like I'm just gonna miss, right? Like I'm gonna change the facing of my thing. And maybe I'll do the same thing down there. More or less, yeah. Yeah. Oh, there. Yep. Oh, all right. Back. Yeah. Okay. All right. Maybe it means just rotating around. Right, and that's why I came up with this, because that was yeah, what if you walk around and what's this at? 2 sticks. How do you know if you're coming in light, coming in hard?
One stick inside, you get have time to put a butt plate on it.
You got these buttons. No butt plate today. We can still do sticks.
Well, that's a lot longer than that. I'm not used to you putting the thrust yet? Okay.
Yeah, you're definitely not. Did that hit your face? I feel like it hit right there. Okay.
That was good. I didn't think you could.
Long as this. Oh. Alright. Either you gotta make a trip or you're not fighting either. Yeah.
He swiped my shoulder. Okay. Even if it was good, it's an arm.
On the charge, it's way nice. And I want to find a way to get it useful.
Yeah, that was body. My body.
Shoulder on the body. You touched me, but it felt like you got there and then gave up on it.
Yeah.
And it might have been.
I think so, because that was kind of that strange.
So, but it was there. Like the arm really was good.
That makes sense.
Alright. It's nice to know that people we know in our classes don't know.
Touch.
Yep.
I was fighting with that stupid monster.
Let me turn you out of sight.
Appreciate that. Nope. See, I forgot to strap on the spalder there.
Well,
Yeah. Almost found together, but not quite.
Get that back there. Okay.
Something I was brought up on is you don't stay 2 points up on it.
Okay, that makes sense.
You weren't moving your feet earlier.
Yeah, this is my first fight. I'm still cold. So.
Yeah, that's arm again.
Can you see his screen?
No, I didn't really put much to it.
Or is it not actually
No,
on?
it's not on.
There. It looks like it paused or something.
I think it times out like there's
It should record forever, basically.
I think there's the screen times out.
Yeah, but mine usually just have to touch it. And then it comes back on. Maybe his phone number's not touch it right, I don't know.
Yeah.
There's some room to the left, you can use that now. Then it doesn't look like it probably should.
couldn't stand up.
Hey, Conrad. Conrad, give him feedback on the racket through to your back. It hit your plate, but it didn't hit hard.
Who, me?
No, when after he swung one around and hit his back.
Okay.
You could hear it, but it didn't look like it hit hard at all. Like it was really reaching into the wrist. But it's not a bad thing to throw. I got how to train you right. But there's a way to get that to work better.
I sort of stopped fighting when you
I don't know the
shot,
answer.
so I didn't block it. But it didn't like land well at all.
We can work on it. Let's get one more.
Sure.
Yeah, I think so.
Not too bad overall. Slowly but surely getting back to. I hear you. Yeah. Well, you did win salary. I should explain more in depth.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Because it's fine. Like, I didn't hurt when I was fighting. Then an area like this big, right?
So, for the most part, those shots are coming in good?
Which it also.
Yeah.
on there pretty good.
They feel okay now. He said he threw one. I didn't acknowledge, so
Okay, yeah.
I'm
My
not.
raps have been pretty bad from the get-go.
So you want to try to lead with the back blade coming at your opponent. Sort of like I'll come like this, front blade, and then I turn it, kick that elbow up and pull my shoulder back, and it creates a snap. And it'll drive that sword back edge over and hit hard.
Okay.
Even if you want to go wide, like I'm blocking like this and you're like, I'm going to wrap them, you throw front blade out here towards your break point. And when you get to the break point, bam, you see how I'm like,
Alright.
and you can boom.
And when
like
you're saying break point, that's kind of like past your threshold, right?
whatever I'm blocking with.
Yeah.
So, come at my sword, front blade, and then,
Right there as well. Try to snap it back.
yes, bam.
Okay.
And almost think, did you ever throw a bridge hand with martial arts? No? All right.
Unexperienced.
I didn't either, but I know a guy who did martial arts who couldn't do it. And somebody said a ridge hand, and he instantly did it right. So,
Very nice.
So you just want to work on it.
Yeah.
Get yourself used to it. But that was good, and you handled this just fine. I mean,
It's a lot scarier when I'm like, oh god, he can thrust me now.
well,
I'll be honest, we were getting to the last fight, so I was like, I can probably block where that sword's coming for the most part. But now, you got more range, and you can pull that out, and I'm not used to fighting that. All because I thrust you a bunch. You had to go there thrusting him.
well, you were fighting me hard. And to be honest, to fight two swords, you should at least have my shorter sword should have a thrusting tip on it.
Yeah.
Now, I didn't come up fighting that way. I came up no tip. I won my crowns no tip. I've never been a thrusting tip fighter. But as I've gotten older, I can't just explode people. I can't just teleport into you and hit you and murder you. So,
I mean, sometimes you can, though. Sometimes I blink and go right here and somehow.
but it's a lot of times that's even sometimes it's a footwork thing. It's not even a explosive thing. I have exploded on you a couple times, but it's hard. It's hard. Like I'll have it, and sometimes I'll go to explode and I just don't go. And I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah.
And I get hit for it. So I figure I have one good like champions fight in me. If I don't stay out drinking till 4 in the morning, that is. But yeah, that never a great idea. Go ahead, get some with Lars.
Alright, let's fight, dog.
Call me get that's probably a reference you don't.
You need to get a tripod, man.
Sounds good, but they are.
Oh, I know. I have one and I left it at home by mistake.
How do you know if to come in soft, come in hard?
I scooted it over to the edge a little more because you're getting a lot of table.
Oh, okay.
Nothing on the bottom.
So it was still probably fine. And then just, it gets a good wide angle. Look at the screen on there a bit.
Yeah, I was actually really happy with the width of field it gets.
Yeah.
I mean, Murphy, should get both of them. I'm not coming at you. You lift the shield up. Oh, there he is.
Yeah. I thought if I didn't lift it.
I guess I lied.
I'd rather oversize.
Yeah, definitely.
Too hard. And then you get still poke, turn, leg. Any of this?
Hey, Billy. Did you leave your sword here last week?
I did.
I think,
You got it back there.
alright.
I moved it too.
I recognize because you kind of beat me with it.
What did you pick?
Fucking targeting.
Okay.
But I almost didn't get it.
Okay. Just do one more. That's right. What do you think of that new stand? Better? Okay.
Gives me a lot more.
Not gonna do that. Yeah? Alright. Yeah. How'd that look?
It looked like you put it right on his belly, but it looked like you backed your body backed up as you did it.
Alright, that's what, it jammed my elbow, that's why I
Oh, yes, we should. Because your hilt cuts your shield, it looked like.
Okay, I got you used to that. I'll tell you a little bit more. More of this makes you feel more protected.
Like Luda's are crazy a little bit. He's more typical me. I like to hang out. This afternoon, so as soon as I get. Limited school run again before I got home. Last long. Got back already.
Yeah.
Yesterday,
You guys might want to center up.
Yeah, you're not on the camera at all.
he's backing away.
Oh gosh.
That's that.
That's the kind of shit you don't want to be.
1,000 times better than it used to be, right?
Wildly. Where's the camera?
It's right here in front of my bag.
A great time dancing around next to one of the groups that I'm friends with, and I blocked about 4 good shots, and I'm like, hey, does that mean I get a fancy hat? And the guys in the white belts on the other side did not think that was funny. I thought it was funny as hell. My leg was like, nope, don't do that.
Not a shot I ever throw.
Apparently not, you just did.
Is he currently a king?
Yeah, Lars is.
Yeah.
That's why he's got the shield.
Sorry, I recognize him, but I can't put a name on it. I saw the shield, but that.
Oh, that's it.
He's gonna. Although he's gonna do rapier all next weekend.
He did a couple of reigns going back like 13 years ago or so. I was looking for one of my old cards so I could at least present a card to get reauthorized at some point. I found my A card in 2008. So I'm like, I'm pretty confident I fought since then, but
There's been a lot of hullabaloo about re-auths and cards and signatures, and so I was thinking of printing off a stack of re-auth paperwork for people to just sign and just send in like a giant pile of it, because they keep saying silly things like, oh, well, the website is inaccurate, so we can't use website information. And I'm like, well, if I fill out the information does it then go on the website? So could we assume, like, from a certain date going forward, the information is accurate, and they're just like, you know what it sounds like is people who want a problem to exist.
That's why I became a marshal. Since not, in fact, when we became kingdom, I was having some issues with some people locally. Petty. And I finally went to the sovereign when the lady who was gonna take over as kingdom or marshal said, when we go kingdom, I may not bring your marshallate warrant forward. I was like, okay. You're telling me that I don't have to work anymore at events? I can just go and enjoy it like everybody else?
Yeah, he makes contacts with the
Because it does Texas, right? I'm like,
I think he's still afraid that he might hurt
really
somebody.
Previously,
it's like, hey, you have somebody who's willing to volunteer.
Because his targeting's really great.
By
It's
people
just,
that are
you
just
know,
learning and
put some mustard on it, dude.
And nope, we don't want you to do that anymore. Okay.
I went down to their practice last week, and we're fighting down there, and he hit me 3 or 4 times, but none of it was hard enough, so then he ramped it up a little bit. But then I hit him, and I had like just square flat snap, and he was like, light.
Well,
I'm like, oh, I don't know if you want me to get back at me, but
And I
where
recognize
did
your
where
voice,
did
but
you
I
hit him? Do you remember what part of his helmet you hit him?
it was like,
Okay, so like, what can happen if you get hit right on this situation right here?
Your body will feel like it's been knocked over there.
Because of the way our helmets have to be constructed so that we don't die. This can cause a dead spot right in the temple because the force moves out too much. So that might be what happens, because I've had that happen a time or two. And then another thing that happens, at least with mine, is the fur. If you come in from the side and you are the least bit up trajectory, it makes it split. So that might have been what happened. If you happen to land it just where you happen to land it just where the force moves out a little much, if you just adjust up like a ½ inch, he'll start to feel that spot.
yeah.
So,
No, that was the only one that he didn't take. That was But yeah, no, most of the people at their practice will make contact, but they don't throw shots that are hard enough.
well, and I think that's got to do with the relative level of leadership that they have there. So I'm hoping, I can't during Lars and Mary's reign, I'm just too busy, but I'm hoping after they step down I'll be able to go down there for some practices.
Yeah. I know Morgan's been going down there a few times, and I made the last 2, but they were talking about moving it to Thursday, so I'm not sure.
Did you pull that? Because I didn't feel like anything was there.
Well, that's it, because if Mankato moves theirs to
You're
Thursday,
thankful he did.
that puts it the same night as Little John's practice.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so we'd have to like, because but Amanda tore her LCL, and that's basically like a quarter of their practice. So
Yeah, they were saying that yesterday was their last practice indoors, and they're moving to outside.
Mankato is?
Yeah. So they're going back to they were in Wasika. They're going back to Mankato now, but they didn't really seem set on what day they were going to do it. So
Bummer.
I was going to check their Facebook page, and then I forgot to. Who's in the black?
That's Lars.
Oh, it is. Okay.
Yeah, Fergus is in the yellow on the ground.
Yeah. I think it's been a while since I've seen him fight.
He has 3 children, and he's just super busy. So they're 15, 13, and 11.
Okay.
So they're all at that age of everybody has to go in opposite directions all the time, every day.
Oh, yeah.
So.
You're not going to let me do that. And I didn't realize that.
Okay.
No, you're good.
Blood Guard Special.
What's that?
He was admiring your legs, and I'm like, Blood Guard
thanks.
Special.
His left hands are coming in strong.
They're not. They're visually not coming in strong.
Yeah. Because one of those you hit me on the hip. Like the only thing stopping it was the web belt.
Okay.
Still no. Sure. So I don't know if it's just a left hand thing. Because you seem like when we're exchanging and you're hitting my shield and stuff, you feel strong enough.
I think it's, like you said, like the angles, positioning. I find it difficult to get around your shield.
Yeah,
More so than other people.
Yeah. Better at that than a lot of people. Was that okay? Not too frustrating?
Oh, no, you could kill me all day, I'll be fine.
And you actually hit me in the head.
You're presenting new problems. So that's good. I really wanted to take advantage of some of those thrusts. I felt like I have mileage on them. I just don't have the control of them yet.
Your Majesty,
I
have a new fighter. Second night in armor.
Cool.
Would you be willing
I would
to
love
work
to.
with her? Yep.